Hi everyone, this is Dimel Gonzalez of Heartwood Financial Services. Welcome to our latest financial education video. Have you ever had a bad day? Well, you know that some bad days could be much worse than others. Imagine if you were in a car wreck and it was your fault and people get hurt. And worst of all, they sue you. Now that could be a really bad day. So what we want to talk about today is for us that work really hard and we save and we accumulate some money, we end up being more targets for litigation and more risk for getting sued, especially for big money. So what I want to talk about today are ways you can mitigate that risk using an umbrella policy. Let's get right into it. Okay, so what is an umbrella policy? An umbrella policy is basically liability insurance, and it's the insurance that kicks in once either your auto or home liability insurance has been exhausted. In this situation here, we have a car accident, right? And in this car accident, if you injure people and you have damage to the vehicles, your car insurance will cover that. But if they sue you for more than what the liability and the damages for the car insurance was, you might be on the hook. And you know we live in a very litigious society, so the probabilities are there. So that's when the umbrella policy can come in and cover the rest. And that can come in very handy if you're in one of these situations. Alright, so again, what does an umbrella policy usually cover? It's property damages to others, bodily harm, and the big one that can really add up are the legal costs for the claims against the property and the injury. And so, for example, if you have damages and injuries that go up to $200,000 and you only have liability coverage of $100,000 in your car insurance, you might still owe $100,000. So that's when the umbrella policy would kick in. All right, so who needs an umbrella policy? I would say, first of all, the more assets that you have, the more you can benefit from an umbrella policy. Okay, and there's certain situations too that I would point out. So here we have, if you're in a landlord situation, let's say you own rental properties, well, the chances for a lawsuit go up. If you have features in your house that are kind of risky, like trampolines and swimming pools, nobody has those here in Florida, right? And so that could potentially add risk. Or if you have an animal, this animal doesn't look like it bite anybody, but you never know. So those risks make it go up. Or if you like to throw the big parties, and you have people over, and maybe there's sometimes people you don't know very well. So again, those kind of situations raise your risk profile for litigation. Another reason to consider an umbrella policy. All right, and then the last question is, how much liability insurance or umbrella policy do I need? So a simple way to look at this is to take a look at your assets, your total assets. If it's greater than the current liability coverage that you have through your homeowners or car insurance, you may want to bump that up by buying an umbrella policy to cover for extra risks that are out there. Now, the nice thing about umbrella policies, I would add, is that they're actually pretty affordable. For a little over than $1 a day, you can add an extra $1 million to $2 million of liability insurance. Of course, a lot of it depends on where you live and if you have kids and things like that. But it's actually a lot more affordable than people think. So you can check that out with your auto insurance people or your homeowners insurance people to shop that around. All right? Hope this was helpful, guys. Again, I'm not an insurance agent. I'm just bringing this up because this could really help you from having a really bad day. God bless. Bye-bye.